Hi guys, it's Mitch from Swap Time. I'm going to do an overview of the L99 engine harness. I just got done working. So I just laid it out so we can see all the connectors. On the right side right here, this will be on the driver's side, and this has your ECM. This would be the Motec power panel, plugs into this. And this is the emissions leg right here for the emissions harness. This connector right here is the interior connector, and I make the other side that plugs into it, and that gives you your pedal, OBD2, and the MoCan interface. And what I do, basically, this is how you'll drape it over your engine. You can see right here, this is your main junction. One leg of it will come down, straight down the engine block towards your harmonic balancer, around the oil pan, and to the starter. We'll start the end here. This is the crank sensor. See, it's gray, 3-pin. Gray means 58X for electric wheel. If it's black, it's for a Gen 3, and those are 24X. Here's your starter. And this is bank 2 knock. Now we'll come over here. We'll have this other leg right here. We have a very important ground, which grounds to the passenger side block. If you have a 5-pin connector, this is for your cam sensor. That means you have variable valve timing. This is a L99 harness, so L99 engines have variable valve timing and displacement on demand. So I retain this. If you have LS3, this will be a 3-pin connector. It'll snap directly onto the front of the engine. Okay, here's the ground I already went over. And this is the other knock sensor. This is bank 1. So this is the kind of the bottom underneath side of the engine harness. Now we'll come over here. This all goes together along the bank 1 injector rails. You'll tuck this in. You'll have bank 1 coils. This round 2-pin is for the vent valve. So if you have an LS3 crate engine, the vent valve is usually on the passenger side head. Just relocate it so it plugs in here. Next you have your bank 1 injectors, and these go in order of length. So you have cylinder 1, 3, 5, and 7. This is the transmission harness. It has a few other sensors. This gets tucked in behind the fuel rails as well. This connector right here is oil pressure. This 5-pin connector is for your AFM, displacement on demand. So this activates and deactivates the cylinders for 4-cylinder mode. Coming down the rest of the harness, the O2 sensor here is bank 1 upstream. The downstream for bank 1 is located in the emissions harness, the Motec banks. And this is the transmission connector for the 6L80E. And this will basically drape over the top of the transmission like this and plug in. That way you don't get your O2 swapped. It's easy to swap bank 1 and bank 2, and then it's not a very happy engine. Coming back to the front of it, this loom can be run underneath the throttle body sometimes. Usually we run it on top of the throttle body to keep it away from heat. This 3-pin is your MAP sensor, MAP, senses air pressure. This is your throttle body connector, it's a 6-pin. This is the other main ground. There's 2 main grounds in it, and this will ground to the front of the cylinder head. Coming over here, this is your MAF sensor, MAF. This senses airflow. Goes to your air intake tube. Your MAF has your IAT, your air intake temperature sensor, built into it. Now we have our injectors and coil pack for bank 2. We have cylinder 2, cylinder 2, 4, 6, and 8. And those are labeled. Again, that's the coil pack. Running back down here, this gets tucked along the injector side. And this has your O2 sensors. This one's your upstream. See how it matches the upstream of bake 1? This is how you get them from being flipped around. Even though this is longer, you would think it'd be the downstream. This is the upstream, so I just match them up so I can never mess up. This design is for upstream, and this design is for the downstream O2 sensors. And we recommend to buy name brand O2 sensors, never buy Chinese cheap O2 sensors. It'll be a nightmare. They're not too bad off Amazon. Just get AC Delco or Hitachi, I think it is another brand, but we have the part numbers for what's recommended. And that's the overview of the harness. This can be used on hot rods as well. Just contact Motec or myself at Swap Time and we can get you set up. Cool, thanks for watching. Bye.